Hello, and welcome back to What the Fast. It's been a while since I did a actual legit video. I kind of dropped the ball on that whole daily video thing, didn't I? My bad. But at least we're back together now. Did you miss me? I missed you too. So today I thought I'd do another fasting video. What a surprise, right? So original. I think I'm going to, this will be the last video that I do on the negative parts of fasting. After all, I don't want to beat the issue to death, and I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. But part of the reason that I missed a few days of videos was because I was not feeling too great. I was kind of nauseous. I was very tired, and I just didn't really feel like moving very much. But thankfully, that all finally cleared up yesterday. I was feeling amazing, actually. I had mental clarity like I haven't had for quite some time, and I used the time. I read like a whole book yesterday, and yeah, it was a really good day, and I'm still feeling good today. So, having brushed up on my Shelton, I pretty much read that book every time I do a long fast, just because it's so good. I feel more qualified to talk about the topics. So, let's start with the nausea. First of all, I've mentioned that I was nauseous several times. When you first start a fast, you do become nauseous, and that's because your whole body kind of, at first, becomes a little acidic. You also produce a lot more than usual bile and mucus. Delightful, right? This is your body just cleaning itself out. It's actually a good thing to have happen. But for me, it did hold true. I was coughing up gross stuff for many days, several days. And between the acidity of your body and the accumulation of the mucus and bile, that is where you'll get the nausea. Some people will get fits of vomiting, which it didn't get that extreme for me personally, thankfully. But if you do, you shouldn't freak out and get worried, and you definitely don't want to break the fast if you're vomiting. That is just a terrible, terrible idea. The last thing that your body wants when it's going to such extreme lengths to clean itself out is to put food in there. That's it. It won't be good. Secondly, I'm going to talk about faster's mouth. This is another lovely topic. So, everybody is familiar with morning breath. And what is morning breath? Well, it's kind of the grossness that happens to your mouth after you fast for the night, for your 8 hours of sleep, or 8 or so hours. And you do fast at night, and that's why your first meal is called breakfast. Just imagine that if it went on and on. It's not tasty. Your mouth, when you do a long fast, can become coated with a white-ish residue, and it will taste very foul. Your skin also will smell very foul, even though you don't really sweat. In fact, you'll probably be fairly chilly at times. Even though if you were to take your body temperature, it would probably be about where it should be, within the normal range during a fast. You will feel chilly. This could be for a couple of reasons. For one thing, you're losing all your padding, insulation. Another is that your body does want to conserve energy during this process, and one of the ways that it may do that is by not fully paying the heating bill for your body. So even on a somewhat warm day, you might get the chills and kind of want to bundle up. Just to wrap up on the faster's mouth, you can somewhat mitigate it by brushing your teeth and tongue thoroughly and often. But again, don't use toothpaste. Some people get tongue scrapers. I've never used one personally, but I could see where you might want to go that route. So I want to say that despite all of the hardship that you may have to go through in a fast, it's important to remember that you're going to come out the other side much better for it. In fact, the more you suffer during your fast, the better you're going to feel. And I can kind of relate to that just right now by how terrible I felt in general over the first 6 days, and then how amazing I felt yesterday, and I still feel pretty good today. You're going to go through these kind of cycles during a fast. Typically, your first week will be the worst. A lot of people don't even go beyond a week. If you do a week or less, that's considered a short fast. 2 weeks plus is considered a long fast. I'm personally doing a 30-day fast, as you're probably aware by now. And that isn't a dangerous amount at all, especially I started this fast at 185. I mean, I've read in Shelton's work documented cases of people that started at like 109 pounds and they fast for like 50 days. It's just insane. I would never do that personally, weighing when you're such a string bean, but it is safe to do, apparently. And again, I just want to say it is a very safe process in general, although it can be an unpleasant process. So all of these symptoms that you'll experience, these are what are known as healing crises. And what's going on is that your body is fixing something that's, if you're suffering badly, probably seriously wrong with you. So like I said, for now I feel good, but you never know when my body's going to undertake its next big project, and all of a sudden I'm going to be in misery again. But that's the whole idea. You wanna clean yourself up and get rid of all of these issues. So this is the price that you have to pay, and you know, it's either go through this. Well, there may be other alternatives besides fasting. Fasting is just my preference, but it's either go through this and pay the price for your unhealthy ways, or, you know, there's always cancer. Well, that's a rather gloomy thought, but like I said, I think this is probably the last video I'll do on all of these terrible things that happen when you're fasting. I think I've pretty well covered the landscape. So, as always, thank you for watching, and check back next time.